Hey ladies, welcome to my Freely Feminine channel. My name is Lele. If you are new here, welcome. Before we get into this video, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button and call a friend to watch this video with you. Okay, so I know it's been a minute, but we are back, and today's video is really one that I am so happy to make because it is about friendships, right? We're talking about friendships, and I feel like this topic is such an important part of our womanhood because as girls, we are influenced by the people who are around us, and we love to walk in packs. We love to have people that we know will always be there for us, whether we need to call someone whilst we're in the middle of the shopping center because something weird just happened or whatever. So I know to go through a phase in your life where you aren't really sure of your friend group can be really awkward, but I want to let you know that it is so vital to your growth, and you don't need to settle for any friendships that do not align with where you are going. With that said, let's get into the video. In this video, I want us to do some self-introspection in terms of, I want you to ask yourself, who am I now and who do I need in order to become more of what I am trying to be? Now, I know that question can feel overwhelming because it is a big question to answer, but we're gonna walk through it in this video. We are going to get there. You should be able to try and answer it by the end of this video, but I want to start off by just sympathizing with you, letting you know that I actually get what you're going through. If you feel like you are losing friends, or if you feel like you are disconnected from your friends, I want you to know that it is part of your walk in life. And we're gonna start off with what should be a friendship disclaimer but isn't. Whoever taught us how to be friends, and that is, some friends are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, baby. And that's just it about life. Personally, I've never understood how people have been able to have long-lasting friendships, as in years on years on years, but that's just my own personal experience because growing up I would move around a lot anyways, so I've never actually been in one area long enough to say like this has been my friend of 8 years. But also I do also think that people outgrow each other, and I think people grow at different paces, and I think people's appetites in life change, and a lot of the time people just stick in friendships because it's comfortable there instead of branching out and meeting new people who look like what you are now into. I do want to let you know that you do not need to hold this pressure over yourself to be able to say in 20 years time, this is my friend of 20 years. I remember Michael Todd once said that you shouldn't stay in friendships or relationships because of time served. You shouldn't stay somewhere because you've been there for so long instead of staying there because it still serves you, as in it serves your goal of happiness and peace and joy and prosperity. You know, what's the point of being in a long friendship that has been there for years if all it does is take away from you, if all it does is keep you small, if all it does is restrict you, if all it does is keep you ignorant, right? There is no point in staying somewhere that isn't giving you room to grow, that isn't making you a better person just for the sake of being able to say that you've been there for a long time. Am I saying it is not hard to let go of people? Absolutely not. Am I saying get on WhatsApp right now and cut everyone off? Absolutely not. Okay, I am just saying that it is important to be aware of the fact that some friends come into your life to introduce you to a new version of yourself, and then their purpose has been served in your life, and it is okay. It is okay. Not everybody is ordained by God to be there until the end and be there at your wedding and be there when you're giving birth. The saying says, people plan and God laughs. We plan to be with each other until death does us part, and we just don't know what the future brings. So it's important to not feel more committed to the idea of a long friendship than the idea of your growth long term, playing the long game for yourself, making sure that you're looking at the bigger picture. I want to also emphasize on the fact that as much as we do not know for certain where we're going to end up, it's important to listen to our inner voice that tries to guide us and direct us, right? And if you are ignoring that voice for the sake of friendship, you are sabotaging your end goal. You are sabotaging your destiny for the sake of your current comfort. So let's say you're at the airport, right? Let's say me and you are at the airport. You and I, because we're friends, right? You and I are at the airport. I'm going to Dubai and you are going to New York City. We're both at OR Tambo, right? That is our friendship. OR Tambo is our friendship. That's where we are right now. It is what connects us. It is what joins us together. It is the place where we both get to exist together without anyone compromising on their destiny. At some point, both you and I need to leave OR Tambo. We cannot stay there forever, right? So if I'm going to Dubai, I need to go to the plane that is going to take me to Dubai. And if you're going to New York City, you need to get on the plane that's going to take you to New York City. Now, what is going to happen is that there is going to be a distance between us. And typically that makes people so uncomfortable in friendships because you feel disconnected. You feel like you guys aren't the same anymore. You feel like you've lost a bond because now you guys have to leave OR Tambo, the place that you made so many memories at, and you wish you were going to the same place. I know for certain that I wish that a lot of my friendships had the same destiny as my one so that we could keep it because it feels good, it feels comfortable, it feels like family, it feels like home. But at the end of the day, if we decide to keep our friendship, one of us is going to suffer or both of us are going to suffer. Why? Because if I don't get on my plane and go with you on your plane, I'm missing out on my destiny. And if you get off of your plane and come on my one, you're missing out on your destiny. And if we both stay and just say, you know what, let's keep the friendship, we're both holding each other back from broader horizons. We're both holding each other back from what God has for us out there. So I want you to think about it like that when you need to decide on whether or not to preserve a friendship, instead of preserving your peace in knowing that you are actually where you are supposed to be, that you are listening to the guiding voice that is trying to lead you higher, that you are actually taking the steps in the direction of where you are supposed to go. Who are you right now? What do you value? Is hostel life? Do you want to go to the club every Friday night? Do you want to go to the library every Friday nights? Do you want to read more books? Do you want to gain wealth or even just start setting financial goals? Do you want to start investing in yourself? Do you want to start investing your money? Do you want to go to church? Do you want to be more faithful? Who are you right now? What do you value? What are you aiming towards? What is it that you would like to get out of life in at least the next 5 years? You need to have that conversation with yourself, because if you then know what you want, you are able to discern what is not for you. Once you've listened to what's inside of your heart about who you are, I need you to now ask yourself, what is it that you need in order to preserve who you are or become who you want to be? If you want to get a nice body and start going to gym, you need friends who lead healthy lifestyles, friends who drink water and eat fruits and eat healthy and don't go to McDonald's, or at least try not to go to McDonald's. Whatever it is that you are trying to pursue, you need people who are going in that direction. If you want to go to the club, that's okay. Get people who want to go to the club. If you want to go to church, that's okay, even better. Get people who want to be faithful to God, but you're not going to reach your destiny trying to pull people in your direction so that you have company on your journey, or vice versa. It's not fair to them and it's not fair to you. You need to open up your eyes and open up your spirit and allow yourself to identify sources around you. Whatever you need, I've always said this, whatever it is that you need, that God wants you to have, you will always have access to it. It'll always be in your life. You just need to become sensitive to where it is. You need to say, God, open up my eyes to see where the friend is to help me get healthier. Open up my eyes to see where the friend is to help me to be more faithful to you. Let me tell you something about God. God is faithful. God is so, so faithful that whatever it is that you need and you pray about it, no matter how small it is, He will always show up for you. But I think it's important to also acknowledge the fact that as women, we do have a tendency to pray for God to change the people that we love in order for them to become what we want. Even in relationships, God, please make him an honest man. I love him. Please turn him into an honest man instead of please remove him so you can make space for the honest man that you have for me, right? So the same thing with friendships. God, please give me the strength to remove myself from friendships that do not serve me anymore, that do not serve the purpose that you've given me. It doesn't always have to end in a bang. It doesn't always have to be a deep story time that you need to now break down and have meetings and get closure. No, sometimes people outgrow each other. Sometimes people have served their purpose in each other's lives, and it is okay. Do not be committed to being comfortable. Be committed to your growth. I'm gonna tell you guys a really cute story about friendship that my mother actually taught me, or told me, which taught me about friendships. And that was basically when I was getting confirmed in church. Those of you who grew up in a Christian church or church, you know what being confirmed is. It's basically becoming an adult in the church. And so basically, most people have like confirmation parties, and I was like, I want a confirmation party. And my mom was like, so how many people do you expect to come? How many people are you inviting? And I was like, 20. And my mom lost her mind. She was like, 20 people, 20 people. You have 20 friends. And I was like, yeah, I have a lot of friends. And she basically just made me realize that it's not really possible to have 20 friends unless you're actually sharing all of yourself with all those 20 people, which I think is reckless because, I mean, 20 different people's intentions for your life. How do you even make sound decisions, right? So basically what she was explaining to me is that you do not need all these people speaking over you. You do not need all these people speaking into your life. You do not need to keep company with random people and call them friends just to say that you have friends, right? And ever since then, I think I've just always been the type of person to have like one or two friends, or have one or two people that I'm really close to at a time that I allow to speak into my life, that I share whatever I'm going through with them, because it's just the safer way to go. It's like having sex, sorry to say, but it's like having sex. It may feel good to have sex with multiple partners, but at the end of the day, the risks that are associated with multiple sexual partners are high, and they are a danger to you, not only to you, but to the people around you, but most importantly to you, you know? So even spiritually, there are things that can be transmitted. Whenever your friend is going through depression, it rubs off onto you. You cannot deny that whatever the people around you go through does not affect how you are feeling and how you are responding in your life. So if you have 20 different people who are able to rub off on you, you are living in a hurricane, okay? You are living in a hurricane and you need to get out of it. So I need you to take the time to define yourself. Define yourself. Who are you right now? You don't have to be that person for the rest of your life, but at least for the next 5 years, who would you like to be? How would you like to show up in the world? And what do you need in order to show up as that version? What kind of support do you need, right? You are the main character of your story and you need to believe it. Stop allowing yourself to constantly be a feature in other people's lives. Start taking control. What is it that you want? What is it that you need in order to become who you want to be? This is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know down below what you think, if you disagree, if you agree, any other pointers that you would like to share with anyone else. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with a friend. I think we all just need to grow up and just be intentional about our friendships and understand that it's not always going to be bestie, and that's okay, you know? And there may come a time in the future where we will be bestie again, but just acknowledge the fact that right now You need to choose you. You need to decide on who you are and what you need, and surround yourself with those people who can give that to you.